Really shouldn't be doing that. What up, guys? Pewtaki here, coming at you with a title. I haven't done a live stream in a while because there's something I want to talk about. Give me a second. Again. Oh, sweet. So there's two maps that I actually kind of didn't mind. Got added. It's not really something bad I want to address. It's just something that's really triggered me tonight. We haven't because it's only just recently come on Netflix. The Highwaymen. I don't know if you've heard about it or if it's come late in Australia, but it's just hit me on Netflix, so I watched it tonight. Well, last night, technically, because I watched it like an hour. Oh, actually, no, it was midnight. It was basically midnight when I started watching it. But yeah, remember? If you don't know the story of it, it's the people who hunted down the notorious outlaws Bonnie and Clyde. Let me phrase that: Bonnie Parker and Clyde Burrow, because that's what they were addressed by, because that's their names. Yeah, that's what it's about. And I'm saying I'm a lie. I gotta stop doing that. But I liked it. It was a great movie. It's got Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner, or something like along the lines of that. I could Google it, but that involves me. Actually, I can go do that right now. Wait, it's spinning up a new game. He calls. Oh, I've already. I need to swap character. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I liked it. It's just the fact that because I don't know much about Bonnie and Clyde. I love historious gangsters and stuff like that. Like, I liked. What's another movie with a gangster in it? Lawless. That's based on a true story of three brothers. If you haven't seen it, do recommend seeing it. It's got Shia LaBeouf, Tom Hardy, and oh, it's gonna bug me. I'm just gonna Google it. It's made in 2012, so it's not a fully old movie, but it's kind of old. I'm pretty sure it's Jason Clarke. Yes, Jason Clarke. I knew the name. I knew it. But yeah, it about three brothers who become gangsters and stuff. But yeah, I like those type of movies. So when this came out, I read it. It told me that it was Bonnie and Clyde. So I was like, oh sweet, yeah, I'll give it a watch after my other movie that I already planned to watch. This is something I didn't know about the Bonnie and Clyde history, that people praise them for killing innocents. I didn't like that. This is gonna bug me. Alright. Yeah, I didn't like it because people praise them for killing people.
All goods for trade.
That I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why they did it or why people praise them for doing it. They were doing something bad, people shut them down, and then people praised them for it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea that people were getting praised for killing,
Come see me again.
but people who did do killings, like let's just, you know who he is because he's very well known, and you've probably done something about him in some sort of history class at school or something before that. But it's the fact that some people praised him for what he did. Some, not everybody. Some. This is fucking mental. I hate it. I wish I could just sit there and do nothing. I wish I could just sit on my PlayStation home screen. But yeah, people didn't fully praise him for doing what he did. But some people looked up to him for what he did. I personally don't really know what he did because I didn't really care about the history of Australia at that time. I still don't. I'm Australian, but I don't give a shit. The history is the past is the past. I can't can't really get a handle on it, I couldn't really care. People, some people that know me might say that's rude and disrespectful to your country. I'm just like, yeah, so what has this country done for me? The country's fucked me out of homes and everything, and I'm 17, turning 18. I haven't even lived by myself yet, and I just know it's gonna fuck me over once I hit 18. But that's the thing that bugs me. So, fuck, I lost track of where I was going. But yeah, people looked up to Bonnie and Clyde for killing people. Some people didn't, like, you know, fellow cops that had friends of the people who had got shot and gunned down by Bonnie and Clyde without a chance. Because Bonnie and Clyde's rule was shoot on sight. They make moves, it's shoot on sight. It's like a T-Rex. You don't move, you're fine. You move, you're dead. That's basically what happened in the movie. Is Bonnie and Clyde shot a bunch of people, and then two Texas Rangers hunted them down because of it. And then what really bugged me at the end, I was all for it. I hated the people that praised them, and then it got to the end, and the killing happened. They showed the made up version of the movie version of the Bonnie and Clyde shooting, where they got gunned down by 6 different people, which I think is worth what they did, but a little bit overkill at the same time. But then they proceeded to drag the car, tow the car with Bonnie and Clyde's dead body in it, their shot up car, through the town of where they were born, parading it off. People were upset about it in the movie. I don't know, apparently 20,000 people showed up to Bonnie Parker's burial in Dallas, Texas, and then 15,000 showed up to Clyde's. They had memorable services for killing people. Then you have Ned Kelly. Some people praised him, some didn't. His body only got buried, 4 years ago? Only just got buried 4 years ago. Or ashes got scattered or something. I don't know what's going on with that. But 4 years ago. Then you have, or is that Moon Knight Joe? I don't know. But then you have Osama bin Laden. No American paraded his body through the streets of America. Nobody showed off the kill. We don't even know if it's a real kill. We have no nobody confirmed that Americans actually killed him. It could be a hoax for all we fucking know. His body's undersea apparently, which would be the perfect escape, by the way. Then you have Hitler. I get he killed himself, but no American or Englishman or Australian dragged his body out of the fucking bunker where he died, because everybody knew where it was, and showed it off to the world like, hey look, Hitler's dead now, we don't have to worry. Nobody did that. But people back then, 1930s by the way, had the audacity to drag the car with 2 dead bodies in it through the streets. They had me going. They had me perfectly on the rest of the movie. It pissed me off that people paraded them and like praised them and shit. And then they had the audacity to drag their car with them in it through the streets. It really bugged me because I don't know about Bonnie and Clyde. I know that I think it was Clyde that fell in love with Bonnie or something. I don't know the full story. I just know Bonnie was married. That's all I know. But yeah, it really just ticked me off. I am so triggered about it. It's a great movie, and then they had to go and do that scene. That scene really, really, really bugged me. It got me tilted. But yeah, and then that's basically my rant. That's all I wanted to really rant about, was the fact that like people praise 2 people who murdered 3 dozen people. So 36, 38. Wait. 12, 24, 36. Yeah, 36 people. Give or take. I'm pretty sure it was way more than that. And then we let's cut to some more recent, or like the last like 20 years, 20 years killings. Hello. So I just, once again, this is a person that I have don't know much about. I just know that he left his mark everywhere he went. He made a scene everywhere he went. He wanted people to know who did the killings. He didn't show his face, but everybody knew exactly what his mask was, his symbol was. Everybody knew. Then there's also another documentary on Netflix that I'm planning to watch, but my mom's already watched it because she's all into that stuff. The Files of Ted Bundy. I don't know if any of my subscribers know who Ted Bundy is. If you don't Google him, it's very interesting. But he was supposedly, he admitted to before he died of electric chair, by the way. Oh, hello. But yeah, confirmed all these killings that he did. Which I'm glad he admitted to it. It's good that he admitted to it. Which one, Sentinel? But yeah, I keep saying a lot, and Ted Bundy, The Files of Ted Bundy is a really good show. It talks about who he killed, why he killed them, but they showed the scene before or during at the day of execution. You didn't get to see the video of him dying, obviously, because that's not right. That's not cool. That's just terrible to show a man who is admitted of crimes, which very bad, but still, to watch him sit there in a chair, strapped down, getting what, over 1,000 volts through his body. It's just fucked. But people cheered him on. People didn't cheer him on and praise him. They cheered that he was dying. In the video, it actually shows people making jokes about him getting electrocuted on the electric chair. I saw it, and I'm just like, holy fuck. I didn't know people were that fucked. It's a bad thing of what he did. Yes, I understand that. People can try and tell me, oh yeah, he did this and did that and did this, and it's bad. I'm just like, yeah, no shit, it's bad. But it was not necessary to have like nearly an entire city of about 20,000 people show up to his fucking killing and cheer it on. I don't know if I'm in game chat. Hold up. I'm just gonna wait for my party to come up. Alright, we go. Alright, back to what I was saying. People showed up and just sat there with these signs saying, "Oh, you deserved it. You're getting because he got murdered. He got electric. He went to the electric chair on a Tuesday or a Thursday, so he said, Thursday is Friday, which is reference to him getting electrocuted. Oh my god, this fucking party system is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Very ridiculous. Very, very ridiculous. So I'm just gonna hurry up and finish my rant. Let me just quickly get my two things out. If I can get them out before I get kicked from the party. Alright, so I'm just gonna finish my rant. People cheered on the fact that someone was dying for what he did. He used to he used to kidnap little girls and kill them. Teenage girls, about my age and younger, took them, killed them. I get that's bad, but was it really necessary to allow people to rock up and cheer the man dying? A human being who had gone through struggles in his life to get to the point of him having to do that for what he chose, for God knows what reason. Nobody knows what goes on people's minds, but people rocked up and laughed at him dying, were happy about him dying. I get it, he did bad things. I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve it, but he deserved what he got. But the cheering is what he didn't deserve. He knew he didn't have to tell anybody. He could have just left him. He gave locations to more dead bodies. But it royally pissed me off when I saw that, because my mum was at the end of the series and it showed that, and I came in and sat down and watched it with her. I just complained about it because it pissed me off that that's what people do to people who do bad things in their life. Hitler, people cheered his death on, right? They killed him way before Bonnie and Clyde were even a thing. Actually, I think it was before or just after Bonnie and Clyde were a thing. But they did it. They cheered Hitler's death on. They cheered for people dying back in the war because of the war. It's the war. People, yeah, they choose a side. Which brings me to another topic, but I think I should end this one because I'm just ranting about people that were famous for killings, and I'm just ranting about people cheering them on for dying. Makes me seem like I'm actually siding with the killers. I'm not. I understand that people did bad things. People got what they deserved by the deaths of the... But people didn't fully deserve it. For the humiliation they got, for getting laughed at, for dying, and then going to have a body, your body and your fit partner's body, air quotation marks by the way, dragged through the town where you were born, so your entire city that you grew up with could see how fucked up you were, see what you went through, and then proceeded to get gunned down by 6 people. It shows how fucked the world is. And I've realized I've been able to know the world's been fucked since I was 12. It just triggers me to know that when people cheer on the killers or cheer on the death of the killers, it just makes you think, are they more psycho than the killer was for cheering on another man's death? I'm really depressed that I live in this world, to be honest. Like, it may, if anybody watches this, I doubt anybody will watch this, but hearing about people cheering and praising people die and praising people who kill other people, it makes me really wish I didn't live. Really makes me wish I wasn't born, because I have to go through all this. I've been on this world for nearly 18 years now. It took me 12 years to realize how fucked the world is, and it's taken me another 3 to realize that I have a voice and I can use it to to the extent of what I need. And that's another. I don't know if I want to end it now or just keep going and keep talking. It doesn't matter. I'm only talking. But everybody's gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna get real bad comments or people messaging me or one of my friends saying like you should not have said that. Hitler. But with this topic of Hitler, this is really gonna fuck up my channel. Hitler wasn't a bad person. For starters, he wasn't even German. So God knows how he was able to convince the world. Oh wait, he had the mindset. He had the right mindset. Just went about it the wrong way. I can argue with multiple people, and heaps of people. I can argue with plenty of people. If anybody wants to, if anybody has, if I have people that comment on this saying, "Oh, that's not right. That's you're wrong," or people agree with me. I want people to comment. If this gets around, would be awesome. But if people have an opinion on what I've said so far, like the whole killers don't deserve to be laughed at or mocked because they're dying, or people don't deserve to be praised for killing other people, like Bonnie and Clyde, or Hitler had the right ideas but went about them the wrong way, because he did. He wanted to change the world and make it better. He wanted to help Germany get out of its state, but he just went about it the wrong way. He chose the wrong path. It's like Luke, he's like Anakin. He chose the wrong path. He had the right path there, he had the wrong path over on the other side. It was a left or right situation. Both ways were foggy at the start. At the entrance, you just have to go through either way and find out. It's a YOLO option. Hitler chose the wrong side, like Anakin. He chose the Sith. Hitler chose the killing side. I want to make a joke so bad. He decided to go down the good KD instead of the bad. He decided to get 1,000 and 0 instead of 0 and 1,000 and 0 and 1. He ended up becoming 10,001. But yeah, he chose the wrong path. He had the right ideas. I see that he had the right ideas. He just just thinking, is there any other topics I can talk about? This is why I want to make a podcast. I'm trying to convince my friends to do a podcast or do a YouTube channel where we just sit on a main screen or something and just record. Like, I could start a live stream up, me and my friend could talk for hours about anything. Because that's how Siege or Destiny goes. Like, we sit there, or Apex, Apex is very fast on screen. We usually just sit there while searching for a game and talk about something. But that's what I'm trying to convince the red to do, is try and join me with doing this, what I'm doing right now. Talking on and on about stuff that people would find really weird or hopefully amusing. Well, that's actually not too bad, I'll use that. But, interesting. Yeah. I hope this gets around, and if I do have anybody that watches this or joins in last second to watch me end my live stream, comment, share it around, see if you have any friends that have ideas or have their own mindset of what I've been talking about. If I recommend you watch the whole video, I'll comment that as well, saying watch the entire video, not just for views, but for your mind. I don't know if I've made gibberish, but this is all making sense in my head. If people don't understand it or they got lost halfway through, they need to comment. If you have an opinion on what I've spoke about so far, comment. If you have friends, share it and hopefully they comment. Yeah. I should just make a conspiracy theory channel. Delete fresh and go Pure's conspiracy theories. Because I have a lot as well about that. thinking of topics. Ooh, there's one. It's conspiracy theory. People are gonna think this is fucked up too. If you're American, this is probably fucked up and shouldn't. And if you fully believe that Osama bin Laden did it with the terrorist group of ISIS and shit and with the plane, 9/11. I speculated, it's been speculated that it was done by Osama bin Laden and terrorists with the planes and shit. I would just like anybody that believes that is true, go watch videos of 9/11 happening. Wow, I beat that by 3 months. Well, wasn't it the 11th of the 9th, 2001? Wasn't it? If that's right, then yeah, that's the year I was born. 2 months. 2 months. Prior to that. But yeah. 9/11, I reckon 9/11 was done by an inside job. I don't know about you, but I feel like it was an inside job. With the videos I've seen, I've watched a shit ton of videos to make sure my theory is right. The first plane hit, there was an explosion before the plane actually hit. The explosion happened on the outside of where the plane hit. The other side. Complete direct opposite. So the plane had just touched the building and it blew up immediately on the other side. Also, like 5 floors on 5 or 10 or 15 floors. I think it's like 5 floors or 10 floors underneath where it actually hit. But yeah, it shows an explosion of the videos I've seen. It shows an explosion. I believe it's an inside job because I watched many videos. So I'm just gonna say it is an inside job. Because for starters, a plane doesn't blow up on impact. That's not how a plane works, because the engine isn't at the front of the plane. The nose of the plane hit the building and it blew up. That's not how planes work. Then the whole, what is it with planes and being like disaster causes or something along the lines of that? Like, let's take a look at MH370. This is a touchy subject because for starters it's Australian. A couple years ago, if you don't know about MH370, I think that's the name, I don't know, I don't really remember, but a flight plan was on from West Australia to Bali or Bali to West Australia, and something happened in the wings or the engines, which are on the wings, turbines. Something happened to the turbines, and the plane went down over the water. There's been no, well, that's what people believe it happened over the water, because there's no crash, there's no fragments of the plane, there's no black box, so we can't even tell what happened. But I read this story or watched a video. Yeah, I did read a story. It was about a girl who lost her mum and I think her brother on MH370, and then there was another plane that went down or got shot down while she was actually on that plane, which was a complete disaster because she must have suffered a lot through the MH370 crash. Then she proceeds to end up getting killed as well in the exact same way her family did. And then yeah, it's just planes and cars and everything. I'm just getting all these ideas now. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so moon landing, July 20th, 1969. My birthday, July 20th. So I have a big theory of this. I don't think it happened. We were in the era of 1969. The war, 20 years prior to that, the war had just finished. 30 years prior to that, Bonnie and Clyde were gunned down, or something. It was like, yeah, 1930 something. I think they were gunned down. So like, look at the cars, and then you have the wars, like the tanks, the military style weapons and stuff like that. Then you have 1999, and it's 1969, first moon landing. It doesn't seem real. We obviously had the technology, like we had the rocket science because we had a space station up. We have a space station up, so it wasn't that hard. So we could have easily just sent a rocket up there and then just boom, television, stage set, magically landed on the moon, air quotation marks. And yeah, that's what I believe. There was a spaceship that went out to space, but it didn't really go anywhere. It just was in space. Um, Aliens think they're real because there's too much. There's too much like evidence to show that the aliens aren't real, or there's no space, other life forms that are to our not that like have the intelligence as us. To like, there's too much evidence. They've designated a whole like area of America to that, so it just goes to show that there's evidence there. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else do I theorize about? Illuminati. Not gonna get on that topic. No, I don't want to die because I have a lot of theories about the Illuminati. One of my theories is actually Paul Walker's death. What was it? 6 years ago he died. 2013 December or January 2013. I don't know. The stupid thing is that I did a death clock that led to that exact date, and then when that date came around, Paul Walker died. So it was a little weird that magically happened after. But yeah, that's what I don't get. Porsche high speeds, yes, I understand. Like a rock could have misjudged their course, like, or their car could have been corrupted with Illuminati. That's what I think, but that their car was tampered with before they left. Because I only say that because his best friend, who was the driver of the car, drives faster cars at faster speeds than what he was driving at on the streets. Why is every topic I bring up tonight like contain someone dying or something about death? So that is fucked. I hope people actually do watch this. I really do. Not just I don't really care about the money or the views at this point with YouTube. I just want to speak my mind about what's on my mind 24/7. This stuff about how the world is going to collapse. Like there might not even be a world. Like the world might not even be like a proper thing the time I'm 30, which will fucking suck. Because we're already going through shit. We've had Donald Trump almost causing World War III with the nukes of North Korea, with Kim Jong Un. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Don't hate me if don't hate me if I can't pronounce words or names. But the whole thing between them, I think that's over now. Hopefully, because I'm sick. Because we'll get hit. Australia will get hit if anything goes down between those two. We'll get hit, and so will England, because we've helped them before. Next thing to talk about. This is gonna be like an hour video. Like I can make this an hour easy. Ghost ghosts, paranormal entities. Yesterday, 2 days, yesterday afternoon? Yeah, yesterday afternoon, my mum, I don't know if anybody else knows, I don't know if I've told my YouTube about it, I have a baby sister who's now 9 months, going on to 7? Yeah, 7 months. 9 months going on to 7 months. 9 going on 10 months. But she was in the lounge room. My mom showed me a video of her playing around in the lounge room. And it shows these little dust particles. Air quotation marks. But, because me and my mom love this paranormal stuff. Like, we watch a show called Ghost Adventures. If you haven't heard of it, I do recommend it. It's creepy, but it will probably get you a better twist on what you can expect if you do have an entity in your house and what you can do to help solve what it is or who it is or what they want or why they're there, which is what they want really. But my mum showed me a video of my baby sister crawling around on the floor and a little particle, like little particles coming just randomly from the TV. I was like, oh, it might be dust. Then my mum showed me a video of it going in, like going at her, and then eventually later coming out. But she was sitting on the floor, rolling around, having like a little chance of like making noises, like grumpy noises. Then a little dust particle, air quotation, goes into her body, or goes near her, and then she immediately snaps out of it, and then sits there and watches the TV. I couldn't tell if that was someone trying to help my mum out, trying to help Harper out, which is my baby sister's name, Harper, from whining and stuff, or if it was just trying to shut her up. I don't know. Then it eventually, before the video stopped, it disappeared. Then she showed me another one of like different dust particles, air quotation, going from the TV, so it made me think it was dust. But yes, oh, like cold shiver, like something's here. Okay, but it makes me want to get a spirit box, or not a Ouija board, but a spirit box, because Ouija boards are bad news. No matter what anybody tells you, like, oh, they're really fun and stuff, they're bad news. They can conjure up stuff that should not be conjured or have passed on that, like, bad. Like, it could conjure up someone that was very bad and then proceed to cause you harm. This is really touchy subject, holy shit, because, like, there's something in my house. My mom thinks it's my grandparents that lived in this house, and then they died in hospital, which was sad. That was, like, 10 years ago, give or take. But it really makes me think. But yeah, I want a spirit box so I can try and communicate with what's in here. Try and figure out who. Because I got my Nana Brenda, who passed more recently than and then I have my granddad. Then I have my pop on my dad's side who passed, like when I was a kid. But yeah, it makes me want to find out who it is or what they want, because they could be causing my family like in bodily harm, bodily harm within inside their head. I if there is something in my house, I do hope it's a good spirit, or even if it's a bad spirit, hopefully it doesn't cause them harm. Or if it's just latched onto me, because like I am a very scary person. But yeah, I believe in that stuff. If you have theories, once again comment about anything I've said so far. I don't even want to play anymore. I just want to sit here and go watch YouTube now. I'm really bored. That's what I wish I could do, is just sit here on my PlayStation dashboard and just sit here and talk for hours upon hours. Like a podcast. I really think I should end the video. How long has it been? It's been like an hour, 2 hours. It's been like 2 hours. That's what I mean by like I can go on for hours and hours upon talking just about this subject. Oh, it's been like an hour. It's not 2 hours. It's been an hour. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end it because I really can't think of any other topics at the moment. I'll probably do another one tomorrow night or something. Or yeah, but I guess this is the end of the video. If you've watched fully through and stayed to the end, I thank you, and I recommend you share it with your friends that have similar thoughts to what I've said but have a different way of saying it, or a different thought but the same idea. Like has the same idea but different theory of it. Share it to them and then tell them to comment in the video. Comment. I'll get a notification for it, so I'll be able to see it, and then I can reply to it and have a conversation to them about it, and hopefully, yeah. Um, I gotta start leaving my Instagram and shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my Instagram in the description, just so everybody can DM me and talk to me if personally if they've got any like proper ideas. Comment personally. Talk to me. But yeah, don't be if you have issues with what I've talked about so far, like the whole 9/11, Osama bin Laden, Bonnie and Clyde, the stuff I've talked about, the MH370. I'm sorry if like you have an issue with it or you find it disturbing, or the paranormal stuff. If you find it disturbing, I'm sorry, but that's what I think about. That's what's on my mind. Very weird. I don't know why I'm like that, but I always have that stuff on my mind. Like, yeah, I just have constant theories running through my head. But if you stuck around, thank you again for paying attention for an hour. Like, congratulations to you, because I can't figure out a person who would ever listen to me ramble on and on about just random shit that comes into my head. This is why if you know me, I always have headphones on. This is why, because occasionally it drowns out the thoughts, so I don't just constantly keep talking about them. Hence why I'm doing it now. I just got a message. Who? Oh, okay, that was a Snapchat. Okay, but yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me. 3:20. Hour short. But yeah, if you stuck around for this long, thank you again. Third time I'm saying this, but thank you for staying for an hour and listening to me ramble about absolute nothing that will matter to anybody except me, because it's in my head. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Comment if you want more content like this, because I actually plan to do this more often instead of gaming videos, because my internet is not good enough to do gaming videos anymore. So I'm probably just gonna do commentaries for an hour. But yeah, I guess see you all in the next one.